everyone, welcome to Morty's Kitchen. Thank you for checking back in. Today I'm going to be making a video of my spinach stew, and this video is also upon request. And today we are going to be using 3 large tomatoes, 1 cup of chopped leeks, some salt, crushed onions, crushed pepper, a cup of vegetable oil, some seasoning, and then 2 packs of spinach. And one of these packs is 3 pounds. So I have a big family, so I do in 2 bags. So I'm not a fan of frying or heating oil. I don't stand hot oil. So I go with my tomato first, turn on my fire. Sorry about the vent. We've been baking a lot today, so the vent can't turn off because it's trying to vent out the heat and the order of cooking. So when the tomato gets ready, I'm just going to go ahead and add my leeks, and then we'll move on from there. So right now, my diced tomato is sticking to the bottom of the pan, and that's when I'm just going to go ahead and add my 1 cup of vegetable oil. Just in the case I was doing 1 bag, I will leave the oil like that, but I know I'm doing 2 bags. Just leave the oil like that, and then right now let the tomato dry off before I add my leeks. Cook the tomato perfectly, properly to get dry. So I've been stirring it ever since I put the oil. Now you notice how it's starting to burn off, to get brown, starting to burn off, to simmer. You realize those bubbles, shows that the tomato is actually dry. So I'm just gonna have to add my leeks. You could do onion in the place of this. I do leeks because I don't really handle cooked onion, so I replace it with leeks or dry chopped ones. That's just it. Then this is where I season. The only seasoning I put is the Maggi seasoning, the chicken bouillon seasoning, and onion. I do not stand the other stuff. I just want to do it plain. This is Cameroonian Bamenda style. We do vegetable stew without other condiments like garlic, ginger. We believe that vegetable already has its seasoning, its natural seasoning in itself. So we do not add all those. Right now I'm going to add my little bit of chopped onions just for the flavor. Hey, I do hot, so crushed pepper is not gonna miss this. Some salt, can be like a half teaspoon of salt. And then notice I use just about half cup of oil, a little bit more than half cup of oil. One thing with me, I cook with the eye. And then seasoning. For the 2 bags, I'll do two scoops of my seasoning to get the real taste out of it. For a bag. So now my spinach was frozen, and I just throw it in the oven, in the microwave to defreeze it. You see that it's really dry. So my microwave is ready. Let me see what my vegetable looks like here. It really doesn't need squeezing, so I'll just dump that back into this. So right here, I'm just going to add half of my other bag of spinach and see how that goes. I don't want to put too much and regret at the end. So we use like 0.6 of the oil, cup of oil, and then I've decided to add all my spinach. Add all of my spinach. You can do that with all of the oil if you're an oily person. It's not that bad. The spinach is not very oily with the half cup. Yeah, I just found out my spinach is too dry without the oil, so I'm just gonna put in some more of the oil. Put in the rest of the oil. Because it was kind of dry, so inside those. And then we just now cover it to simmer. When it simmers, we are ready to go. All right, now let's check our spinach and see how it's doing. And meanwhile, I peeled some plantains, ripe plantains, and then I pour in some water in there to boil. I'm just gonna set that here and then set the fire underneath to boil it. Now I'm going to cover that up. Okay, now let's see how our spinach is doing. See that? This is how I do my spinach, and it's so yummy. So yummy. I can eat this with fufu corn, ripe plantain like the ones I'm just boiling there, cocoyams, any side thing that you want to accompany it. My friends just love eating it like that. Usually I dice chicken and throw in there, but today my daughter made some barbecue chicken, so that's just gonna go by the side of it. I think spinach is ready and ready to be served. Yeah, tastes so good. So right now we can just go ahead and then turn off the fire and let it set.